So jumping straight into step number 1, which is that you need to sign up for an eBay account. Now this process is super simple. All you need to do is head over to ebay.com if you're based in America, or ebay.co.uk if you're based in the UK. Wherever you're based, you need to go over to the correct eBay domain, enter all of your details. You can also select the personal account option at this stage, because you're always going to be able to switch it over to a business account later on if you need to. Now it is important for me to let you guys know that if you already have an eBay account that you use to buy things from, even if you've had it for a couple weeks, a couple months, or a couple years, however long that you've had it, it will be better for you to use this when it comes time for you to start selling on eBay. Reason being is because you would have built up your account in terms of the feedback score, because when you buy something as a customer, the seller automatically leaves you feedback, which means that you're going to be in a better position than someone else that's starting from scratch. And you would have built up the account in terms of eBay generally trusting you. Because one thing that you need to remember if you are starting from scratch with a brand new eBay account is that you can't start dropshipping straight away. I would advise that you use it to buy things maybe for a couple days, maybe for a week or so, because if you try and open up an account from scratch and you try and list something from day one, there's a chance that eBay may ban or restrict your account. So I tend to advise people to maybe spend a couple days, maybe a week or so, buying things before they list their first item for sale. And this isn't because dropshipping on eBay isn't allowed, because if you take a look at eBay's terms and conditions when it comes to dropshipping on their platform, they specifically say that it is allowed as long as you make sure to do it in the right way. But the reason why I'm warning you that they might restrict your account is because eBay's systems are not necessarily the best when it comes to identifying if someone's doing the right thing or if they're doing the wrong thing. Now moving on to one of the next things that I'm going to talk about that tends to hold a lot of beginners back, which is which supplier is the best one to use. Most beginners believe that they should be using websites like Amazon or some other retail company that's based in their country, for example Walmart, when that isn't the way that you should do it. Because if we take another look at eBay's policy when it comes to dropshipping, they specifically say that you shouldn't dropship from a retail website or another marketplace, and that you need to make sure that you use a supplier that specifically caters to people that are looking to buy in wholesale or that are looking to dropship. And the obvious reason for this is that eBay doesn't want their sellers buying from their competitors, because when the order gets shipped out to the customers, it's going to come in some sort of package that has the competitor's logo on it. So in terms of the suppliers that you should use, I would recommend places like CJ Dropshipping, AliExpress, even finding suppliers on Alibaba.com that's going to be able to offer you really quick delivery. Or you also have the option of signing up to AutoDS and looking at all of the different products that they've got available, where they're going to be able to get it to the customer within 6 to 9 business days. And for those of you that have never heard of AutoDS before, it was initially started as a software to help dropshippers when it comes to connecting products from a supplier's website onto your eBay store. But they've recently added a new section where you're going to be able to go into the marketplace and view all of the winning products that dropshippers all around the world are having success with right now. Some of the products on this page are from suppliers that I mentioned earlier, for example AliExpress, CJ Dropshipping, etc. But now that AutoDS have set up their own warehouse, you're now going to be able to filter it so that you're going to be able to see all of the different items that they're going to be able to ship out with really quick delivery. Alright, so moving on to one of the next things that you need to be aware of once you've decided on whatever supplier that you're going to use, is that you need to find the product that you're going to list for sale on your store. And this is an important step that a lot of beginners tend to neglect. You need to make sure that you're doing the right product research to make sure that you're thinking about selling an item that customers are actually searching for. Not only that, you also need to make sure that customers are actually spending money on the item. And the way that I like to do my product research is, of course, pick a product from my supplier's website and then go over to a website like Zeek Analytics, because they're going to be able to show me how much money has been spent on the item in the last 30 days. They're also going to be able to show me the #1 seller for that product, which means that I'm going to be able to go into that seller's store and see what other items they're selling, which is then going to help me get more ideas when it comes to finding other items that I'm going to be able to list for sale on my eBay store. Another option that you have when it comes to doing product research is to go over to your eBay account, click on the research tab, and then you're going to see Terapeak product research. And for those of you that don't know what Terapeak is, it's a way for you to find out whether or not money's been spent on an item and if it's going in an upwards direction or a downwards direction. Because if you're able to come across an item that you can see people are spending money on it on a consistent basis, then this is going to put you in a really good position when it comes to you increasing your eBay sales. Okay, so once you've done your product research and you've come across a couple items that you're happy to start listing on your store, there's a couple things that you need to be aware of. One of the first things is that you can either list a product on your store manually, which is where you're going to copy the images and the description from your supplier's website and then paste it into your eBay listing, or you can use the automated method, which is where you're going to use a software like AutoDS when it comes to syncing the product from your supplier's website onto your eBay store. And there's various different pros and cons that you need to be aware of with these two different options. When it comes to the manual method, the main pro is that you don't need to pay anything. However, the main con is that you're going to have to remember to ship out the orders every single time, and you're also going to have to remember exactly where you listed the item from, because once you start listing 5 items, 10 items, 20 items, it's going to be a little bit difficult to remember exactly where to go to buy the product that you're selling. However, when it comes to the automated method, you're not going to have to remember exactly which item you're selling, which supplier that you're using, because you would have linked everything from day one when you first started selling the item, so you're going to be able to see it in your AutoDS account. And of course, there is going to be a fee associated with this, and that's the reason why I recommend beginners to sign up for AutoDS for a 30-day trial by clicking the link in my description down below so that they can test it out, see if it's something that they want to continue using over the long term. And I do also need to add that no matter what option you choose, whether the automated method or the manual method, when it comes time for you to start listing products, you need to make sure that you're giving the customer all of the necessary information they need, and you also need to make sure that you're using as many images as possible. And it would also be ideal if you used a custom listing template rather than just using plain text, because this is going to give you a professional outlook and it's going to make you look like a serious seller for any potential customer that clicks into your listing. Alright, so moving on to one of the final things that I want to leave you guys with, that I wish someone told me when I first started selling on eBay, because it would have sped up my growth and it would have allowed me to get to the point of quitting my full-time job and doing eBay full-time a lot sooner, is that the ultimate goal to selling on eBay is that you're doing what you need to do to get your listings to the top of the search results. Now, one thing that I didn't realize until 3 to 4 months when it came to building my business is that eBay is actually a search engine. So similar to Google, when someone goes on there, they type in something, results are going to appear. The reason why Google has shown those websites at the top of the search results is because the website owner is aware of SEO, which is search engine optimization. And this is the exact same way that eBay works. When a customer goes onto ebay.com and they're searching to buy an item, let's say, for example, they're looking to buy a blender, all of the results that you can see at the top, the reason why they're there is because the seller is aware of the right keywords to use for the item that they're selling in the right places within their listing. For example, within the title, within the item specifics, and within the actual description itself. By understanding the best keywords to use and using them multiple different times in all of these different places, you're going to be able to give yourself the best chance for more customers to come across the products that you're selling. So one tool that you can use when it comes to figuring out the best keywords to use is Zeek Analytics. Because if I was considering to sell a blender, they're going to be able to show me which search terms are leading to the most sales, which is going to give me a better idea of exactly which keywords are the best ones for me to use. And of course, there's so much more that goes into building a dropshipping business. And if you wanted to get a little bit more information on exactly how I was able to scale one of my stores to $3,000 per day as a complete beginner, then you can watch a completely free webinar by clicking the first link in the description down below. And if you also wanted to watch another YouTube video that I made not too long ago where I break down some other important things that you need to know about building a business on eBay, things that I didn't really talk about in today's video, then make sure you click the link right there. Check that out straight after this one because it's already helped out so many people and I'm sure that it's going to help you out too. Alright guys, I'll see you on the next one. Make sure you stay safe out there. Peace.